Sis, grab your journal, your pen, and either some water infused with some fruit, coconut water to hydrate, some hot herbal tea, or a nice smooth glass of wine. Because guess what time it is? For your first sacred diagnostic after the CPU is online. The Inner-SHERO is no longer guessing, blaming, or spiraling. She is scanning with authority. Episode 3. System scan. Identify what is running. Sis, awareness is the first upgrade. You cannot rewrite what you refuse to see. Grand rising womb sis stars worldwide. Welcome back to season 3 of the SHENIXPWR podcast, where women remember, rise, and reign. I am Parrish, trailblazing Shero, womb conductress, transformational speaker, sacred advocate, and visionary behind SHENIXPWR. And Inner-SHEROs, today we are entering the scan. Episode 1 was about the operating system, and it went live. Episode 2, the core power unit, your internal command center. But today, we ask the question that many women avoid because the answer may require change. You ready? Lean in, pen and paper. What is actually running my life? Not what I say I want, not what I post, not what I perform, not what I pray for, not what I tell people I am working on, but what is truly running in the background. Because sometimes the woman is not blocked by a lack of desire, she is blocked by hidden programs, old beliefs, fear loops, survival codes, trauma responses, people pleasing, hyper independence, self doubt, rejection sensitivity, overgiving, delayed obedience, silence disguised as peace, burnout disguised as purpose. Today, we are not judging the system, we are scanning it. Because awareness is not punishment, sis. Awareness is your ultimate power. So the sacred system scan. A system scan does not shame the computer. It does not yell at the computer, at the system. It does not call the system broken. It simply identifies what is running. An Inner-SHERO. That is the shift. You are not here to attack yourself for what you discover. You are here to finally see what has been silently making decisions for you, the root cause. Because the most dangerous program is not always the loud one. Sometimes it is the quiet one running in the background, the one that says, do not speak too boldly, do not expect too much, do not trust your own knowing, do not rest yet. Do not ask for support. Do not shine too brightly. Do not make them uncomfortable. Do not choose yourself if it disappoints someone else. And because it has been running for so long, you're exhausted. You're a little numb to it. Just think about that for a minute. And literally, you stopped hearing it as programming. You started calling it wisdom, personality, responsibility, being realistic, being strong. But the system scan asks you right now in this very moment that will never happen again. Is this really wisdom, or is this survival wearing a familiar voice? Let me bring it closer. If every opportunity makes you feel exposed, scan that. If every boundary makes you feel guilty, scan that. If every moment of peace makes you suspicious, scan that. If every compliment makes you deflect, scan that. If every healthy connection makes you search for danger, scan that. If every dream immediately triggers the thought, who am I to do this? Scan that. Sis, because that is data, not shame, data. And once you have data, you can stop guessing. You can stop blaming yourself. You can stop saying, I do not know why I keep doing this. Now you can say, stand in your authority, being authentic and unapologetic. Stand to your feet right now in this moment and let's say this together. I'm celebrating you right now in advance. I see the program. I see the pattern. I see the old command. I see what has been running. That is where the upgrade begins. Sacred pause right here. If anything comes up, whether it's a word, a statement, a feeling, jot it down in your journal and mark 3 stars next to it. Don't judge it. Just write it down. A woman who will not scan herself will keep repeating what she refuses to name. But a woman who is willing to scan can reclaim the system. She can look at the emotional tabs left open. Which, by the way, when you leave those tabs open, it uses resources. It's running in the background and you're wondering why you're drained, feeling heavy. Think about that. She can identify the outdated files. She can recognize the survival apps draining her battery, taking that energy down the wrong path. She can see who still has access to her bandwidth. She can tell the difference between her true voice and an old recording. And she can finally say, this is familiar, but it is not final. Inner-SHERO, the scan is not here to expose you. It is here to return you to yourself. Here's a sacred pause for us to just collectively, deep down in our womb, swiftly place your right hand over your heart and your left hand over your womb. And let's breathe in together. And let it out. Relax your shoulders. That felt amazing. So the upgrade begins with seeing with your physical eyes and your spiritual eyes. As we close this episode, I want you to understand something sacred. Sis, you cannot heal what you keep hiding from yourself. You cannot uninstall what you keep defending. You cannot update what you keep calling normal. You cannot reclaim authority over what you refuse to scan. And no, this does not mean you need to find something wrong with you. It means you are mature enough in your queenship, your royalty, your authority, your power, your sacredness to look at your system without collapsing into shame. That is power. That is self-leadership. That is sacred technology. Because the woman who can scan herself with compassion becomes dangerous to every old pattern that depended on her staying unconscious. She no longer moves blindly. She no longer reacts automatically. She no longer confuses old fear with current truth. She no longer lets yesterday's wound process today's opportunity. She pauses, she observes, she identifies, she chooses, and that choice becomes the first sign that her system is coming back online. So today, Inner-SHERO, do not rush to fix everything. Just scan, look with love, name what is running, and remember, the scan is not the sentence. The scan is the beginning of freedom. Sis, are you truly, truly, truly ready for freedom? Not what was taught in books or through subliminal messages or programming through our environments. I mean true freedom. I celebrate you in advance. All you have to do in this moment is make an executive decision. So, before you leave this episode, I want you to complete a sacred system scan by asking yourself, what program keeps opening every time I am triggered? Is it fear? Is it silence? Is it overgiving? Is it people pleasing? Is it self-doubt? Is it control? Is it avoidance? Is it comparison? Is it emotional shutdown? Is it the need to be chosen? Then ask, you may want to highlight this one. What has this program been trying to protect me from? And finally, is this program compatible with my queenship? I'm going to say it again. Is this program compatible with my queenship? Sis, the third time, and we're going to seal it. Write this down. Place it on a sticky so you can run it through your scan, your mental psyche, your emotional filters, your narratives. Is this program compatible with my queenship? If the answer is no, say this out loud. I see the program. I honor why it was created, but I no longer authorize it to run my life. Write down one program you are ready to monitor this week, not next week, not next month or next year. This week, sis. Not shame, monitor. Watch when it opens. Notice what triggers it. Observe what it tells you. Then choose a new command, because SHENIXPWR OS is not about pretending the old system never existed. It is about becoming conscious enough to stop letting it lead. Remember, sis, you are the administrator. Full blown access. So I invite you to subscribe to SHENIXPWR Podcast. Share this episode with a woman who is ready to stop living on autopilot. Tag me with your system scan revelation. And remember, awareness is the first upgrade. You cannot rewrite what you refuse to see. As always, remember, rise, reign. Dismantle the tunnel, become the light. I am Honor Parrish, and this is SHENIXPWR, your system ready for 1000% true. Just be. Peace.